Yo guys, what is up? It is CJ or Sorable bringing this video on my channel once again. Now in today's Krunker video, we have some huge news. In update 3.5.4, they just recently added a Krunker Item Shop. Now this is something I've wanted in Krunker for literally ever, and I think this is such an amazing idea and it's going to make the community so happy. Being able to spin your KR and getting exactly what you want I think is an amazing idea, since in the prize wheels, whenever you spin them, it's completely random what you get. Here, you spin your KR, you get exactly what you want. I think it's amazing. Now before we get into this video, it is 6 in the morning when I'm recording this, so if you guys could leave me a like, it'd mean the world to me and help me out a lot. And then while you're at it, make sure you guys also subscribe to the channel. We're getting very close to 100,000 subscribers. I think we're like 16,000 away, so if you guys could help me, it'd mean a lot. And then finally, if you guys would be buying Krunkies from the Krunker Item Shop to spin on the Krunker Item Shop, please use creator code Sorable. It is literally the best way to support the channel. Let's get right into the Krunker Item Shop. Now, as we just mentioned, there is a limited time Krunker Item Shop. And as you guys can see here, it says items vaulted in 8 days, 11 hours, and 58 minutes. Which means all of these items you see here will be gone forever in 8 days, 11 hours, and 58 minutes. I believe it's like 8 days and 15 hours when the timer officially starts or something like that. Maybe it's 14 hours or maybe it's just whenever they get it out. Now, I'm not sure if this is on a weekly basis. I feel like that'd make the most sense. But it also could be a monthly basis to where 1 week out of the month they have this limited time item shop. I guess we'll just have to wait and see, but if you guys do want to see weekly shop resets, let me know in the comments down below or by leaving a like on this video. Shows me you guys want it and I'd love to do it. Because a lot of you guys are always at work or school, and if you guys just want to see it super easily through a video, I can do that. But before we do a deep dive on the actual limited time item shop, let's go look at the other changes they did to the shop. Moving over to the prize wheels, they have all of the normal spins right here, including a Valor spin, which is for the rank rework. As we can see here, it says coming soon, and we really don't know much about it, but once we do, I will make videos over that. Maybe a Valor spin opening, who knows. And then down here, as you guys can see, we have the featured spins, which is of course the free spin and Twitch spin. I think it's a great way to split them up and to show people that these are kind of special. However, I do think over here is kind of empty, obviously, and kind of looks bland, but what else would they really put under the featured spins? Moving on to premium, it looks pretty normal. And then moving on to purchase KR, they really just made it huge in your face and very appealing, which I think is great. It gets straight to the point. There's really nothing to get confused here. And I think they also did change some of the colors on the KR amounts, and then they did move the creator code thing down here, which if you are going to be buying KR, use creator code Sorable on your KR purchases. It helps you, it helps me, it's great. So if you are buying KR, make sure you put my code in first before you buy it. And that's pretty much all the changes they did to the whole entire shop. But going back now, let's do a deep dive into the Krunker Item Shop, talk about the items, look at them, and talk about the prices. So as you guys can see, we have 2 contrabands and then an assortment of relics and legendaries. Let's just start at the bottom of the item shop. First off, we have the Jolly Relic face by Krunker.io. As you guys can see here, this is an animated face. Goes from like a little closed-eyed happy face to a cute eyes happy face. It's pretty cute. I like it a lot, actually. Now this is a relic face item and it is animated and it goes for 20,000 KR. Moving on, we have the Doppler auto pistol, which is legendary and it's made by Destroy 007. Now this is an auto pistol, which not a whole lot of people use, but however, this is a very nice looking skin. Like how vibrant it is, I really like the colors, and this thing's coming out to about 10,000 KR. Moving on, we have the Neon Burst legendary SMG by Reflick, and this is a really nice SMG skin, especially for a legendary, and it is for the SMG, which is now starting to become one of the best classes in Krunker after the recent AK patch. And I think this is a really solid skin, and I think it's going to help a lot of people get a really cool item that they really like, and this is coming out to be about 5,000 KR. Next, we have the Warden Relic Pistol by Killfi, and this is a relic animated pistol that does come with a silencer. I really like this pistol, however, not a lot of people use pistols, but I do really like the silence pistols, so I think this looks really nice, and this is coming out at 15,000 KR. And then finally, the last thing on the bottom item shop is the Cynthia AK by Lumine, which is just a relic AK that is very nice, very clean, very simple, and I really like the design on it. And this relic AK is coming out to 12,000 KR. Finally, let's move on to the big boys, which are the 2 featured contrabands. First off, we have the custom model VSS Contraband AK. Now, originally looking at this preview, I thought this was a custom model for the semi-auto, but this is actually a custom model for the AK, as you can kind of see in its model. It's a very basic skin looking at it at the very bottom, but if we go towards the barrel of the gun, as you guys can see, we have a laser, which is, I'm pretty sure, purely for cosmetic purposes. But however, it is very awesome. It does look very nice. And then we have this silence wrap barrel, which I also think looks insane. But it is a contraband and it costs 110,000 KR to acquire this contraband. And then finally, we have the Contraband Dummy Grenade melee item. Now looking at this thing, you'd be like, oh, this is just a grenade. And you're perfectly right about that. However, once it impacts something by knifing something or throwing your knife at something, it does do an RPG explosion effect, which I'll have gameplay up on screen right now, which is just literally insane. This is such a unique melee item and I think it's really awesome. and this melee item's coming out at 150,000 KR. And that's the whole entire item shop. First off, I want to know what you guys think about the whole entire item shop in the comments down below. What's your favorite item? What do you want most? Please let me know. And like I said at the very beginning of the video, I think this is such an amazing idea. I think this is literally genius for the community, for the game, for the developers, for everyone. I think everyone's happy. If I had to make a complaint about it, I would say that maybe these two items are a little bit expensive. I'm not saying that they're not necessarily worth that KR amount. I just think to have two items very similarly priced up at the very top to be very sought after, and they're 100,000+ KR each, is a little bit expensive. Because if we look at the purchase KR thing over here, as you guys can see, $100 worth of KR is 60,000 KR. If we do a little bit of basic math, 60,000 plus 60,000 is 120,000, which is 10,000 KR shy of 120,000, which makes this thing about $200. And then looking over at the dummy grenade, as you can see, it's even more, which is $200+. And if this is a weekly reset shop, that means every week there's going to be items up here that are worth hundreds of dollars, which is perfectly fine. I think both these items are worth the amount of KR they're listed for. But however, I think a good compromise would be to have a mid-tier contraband to the left to maybe 60,000 KR. Doesn't have to be a custom model, doesn't have to be anything crazy, just something cool and something people would want, listed for 60,000 KR. And just for example, on the left, have like something like the VSS and have it at 120,000 KR, just to make it where more people could afford these things and for it to be a little bit more accessible to some of the community. So cheaper item right here, more expensive item over here. I think they kind of balance it out because these items are like 5,000 to 20,000 and then all the way to 110,000, 150,000. Just a lot of KR, and especially if this is on a weekly reset, it'd be kind of ridiculous to spend that much KR every single week. So if we can get something cheaper over here, maybe just leave the dummy grenade there, I think that'd be a perfect model for this weekly item shop. And that's only if it's weekly. I think if this happens once a month, 1 week out of the month, I think this is the perfect amount of time to acquire that much KR. And I know this item shop isn't meant for literally everyone. This is meant for collectors and people who really want some skins. But I feel like the only people who can really afford these are like the stonk masters, the market masters, the rich people, and the collectors. And that's perfectly fine, but I think having a cheaper item over here would really just make everybody happy. But that's just my 2 cents. I'm not trying to tell the devs what to do with their game. I'll make that very, very clear, because actually telling them to make stuff cheaper actually hurts me since I'd be making less money off these purchases. But I think to make everyone happy, to make it perfectly fair, have one cheaper item that's really cool in contraband, have one really expensive item that's very unique in contraband. But this is the Krunker Item Shop, and I'm very, very grateful to have this in the game now. And if this is on a weekly reset, I'm very excited to see what they have next week. I really, really like this custom AK model, and I wonder if they're going to keep on doing custom models each and every week. But like I said, let me know what you guys think about the Krunker Item Shop in the comments down below. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you guys drop a like, a comment, and also subscribe to the channel for more Krunker content like this. I upload Krunker all the time, and I might even be uploading these weekly item shop resets. So if you guys always want to see those videos first, make sure you guys subscribe and turn on post notifications to never miss a Krunker video from your boy. Plus, it helps me get that silver play button. 100,000 coming soon. But moral of the story, I really do enjoy this limited time item shop. I think it's literally going to be so cool to have these exclusive items later in the future when they're just completely vaulted and gone forever. And I do want to make that clear. In 8 days, 11 hours, and 50 minutes, these are going to be gone literally forever. So if you do want any of these items, make sure you buy them now, because in 8 days, 11 hours, and 50 minutes, they will be gone literally forever. Now, at least right now, none of these items are listable or tradable, and I doubt when they become vaulted, they're going to become available to trade or sell. So this is literally the only time to really get them. But on the flip chance you can trade or sell them, these items are going to be worth probably 2, 3, 4 times the amount of KR they're worth here. But I really like the Krunker Item Shop, and I hope you guys do too. And I guess we'll just have to wait until next week to see what happens. Thank you guys so much for watching once again, and as always, it's been your boy, CJ or Sorable. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.